they gave us a breather in between presentations, but they don't. So, okay, welcome, and I hope the energy stays nice and high. How many of you have participated in BEST before? Awesome! So about half the group are rookies, right? Yeah? Half are veterans. So hopefully veteran teams, when we come to Q&A, you can kind of help bring some insight in the play for our rookies, all right? My name's Dr. Anita Welch. I don't know, this is my 4th year, I guess, helping BEST in various capacities. I have judged the marketing presentation for many years. I also serve as one of the judge coordinators, serve on a few other roles for them. And I do other things with other robotics competitions as well. So I love this stuff. This is cool stuff. Okay? Now, marketing presentation. You're a business. Okay? You're in business to build a robot to do something. And this year that something is to do what? Collect bugs, right? You gotta get bug retrieval business. You're in the bug retrieval business. So, you need to set yourself up to show that your team is a business. Businesses have employees. Employees have job titles. So one of the first things you should do is to look at your team, whether it be large or small. And as they say, divide and conquer. One person can't do it all, nor should they. Cross-training is very good. All right, so you don't want just one person knowing how to do the electronics on the robot. What if that one person is sick? A little cross-training. But you should have somebody who is accountable. So building your team as a business from the get-go will certainly help with many, many things, all right? So, as you're looking at a business, your job is going to be to convince the buyer, that's the judges, that you have designed and built the best product. So you kind of have to sell it, all right? So the marketing presentation should provide information about your company. How long has your company been in business? Who's in your company? What are some key features about your product, your robot, that makes your product unique? Why should I, as a judge, why should I want to buy your product? Okay? Think of when you go into a store, any store, to buy something. What draws you to that something? Is it the way it looks? Is it the way the salespeople address you? Okay, is it Abercrombie and Finch? Is it the smell of the store? Yes, okay. But think, those are marketing techniques. I'm not saying walk into the room and spray Abercrombie and Finch stuff, okay? But those are selling techniques. So you are selling something. All right. Potential buyer will be assessing the following, hence the judges. We're going to be looking at the company's design and manufacturing process. How many of you were just in the engineering design notebook? Yeah, that's this. We want to know. Now, you're not going to hand us your notebook and say, here's what we did. No, 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 no. I want you to be able to articulate it. Explain to us, in English, preferably. Okay, some of us are monolingual. Explain to us, what was your mindset? Why did you pick that one? What was your process? Did your teacher or your parent tell you this is a robot you're building? Or was it a collaborative endeavor? What was the process involved? Okay, we want to know about that. How did you do the engineering design process? And show us evidence. Talk about that in a sec. Discuss the technological resources your company used. CAD. How did you incorporate CAD? Okay. My experience with robotics teams, students tend to want to build first and then worry about the design later. That is not the way you should do it. I would have teams that we would design everything virtually first. And if it did not work virtually, there was no way it was going to work in metal and wood. So show the buyers, the judges, show them an example of your CAD efforts. All right? Show them that. If you didn't use CAD, fine. What else did you use? You know what? There's nothing wrong with good old graph paper and a protractor and a ruler and showing some good 3D drawings. It works fine too. But what did you use? What resources? What strategies did you use to promote yourself as a robotics company, a robotics team? School assemblies, pep rallies. We used to have a big old send-off in my school for the robotics team. We'd go to competition. We'd have a huge pep rally. You'd think it was the basketball team. Okay, I'm from Kansas. So you know basketball in Kansas, okay? But we'd go, we'd have a big old pep rally. Whole school would attend just for our robot. We'd have Fox 4 News out. We'd be in the paper. You know, we'd have an embedded reporter, literally, from the newspaper, following our team to competitions. What did you do? What are you going to do to bring notoriety to your team, to your company? That's important, all right? Now, how about demographics? Who are you? Who are you as a team, as a company? Judges want to know. Now look, we're in the Upper Plains, North Dakota, Minnesota, a couple of you from Canada. Diversity is just not our thing in many cases, all right? But reach out to everybody in your school, all right? Reach out to everybody. Everybody in your school has a place on your robotics team. There is not a job that can't be done by somebody. Everybody can be part of this excitement. Okay? I had a freshman one year, little teeny hands, little girl. Small little hands. She did my wiring. She had the hands that could go up in there and get that wiring nice and neat. I had other people that did website, that took care of my engineering notebook. Maybe never touched the robot, they didn't want to, but they were really good at other stuff. So think beyond the proverbial geek in your school. Think beyond that and bring them on board. Now don't go say, hey man, we need you on board because, you know, we need a 6'7" guy. No. They have a skill set. You hire by skill set. Okay, so look at that. Tell that to the judges, okay? What did you do as part of a team to build team? Now look, 6 weeks is stressful. All right, you're gonna be pulling each other's hair out in about 3, if you haven't already during lunch. What did you do to build yourself as a team? Did you go bowling? Did you throw water balloons at each other? Did you have some pizza parties? What did you do? You know, companies do it all the time. If you Google is one of the top work companies in the United States, if not the world, as far as work atmosphere. They run skateboards around the office. They do all kinds of crazy things. Their environment to work for is really work-friendly. So what do you guys do to make this job, this next 6 weeks, really fun and cool? All right? We want to know about that. Public speaking. Public speaking 101. How many of you have had a speech class in school? Did you like it?
Yes.
Yes? You're saying no.
I like it.
Huh?
I competitively speak at speech.
Forensics?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All that.
Good. Forensics and debate are fun. There is an art to it. Some people really like it, some people don't. You ask some people to stand up in front of a crowd, they go, ah! That might not be the person you want doing your marketing presentation. Okay? First and foremost, you need to know your material. As you notice, I'm standing up here without note cards doing this. Yes, I'm glancing at my screen every once in a while to make sure I haven't forgotten anything, okay? But I'm not sitting here doing this. I know this stuff. Know your material. Practice. Get in front of a mirror. Bless you. Practice. Look in front of a mirror. Do it in front of your friends. Okay? Do it in front of your family. The more you practice, the better you get. Know your audience. The judges are going to be professors. They're going to be professionals. They're going to know their stuff. So you're not speaking to 13 and 14-year-olds. Do not give us stuff in text speech. If you write things, like you're texting, no. Please put it out in full words in English. We like that. Know the room. The rooms at the Civic Center, they're about this size, maybe a little bit longer. If I remember from last year, they were a little bit longer. Why would I say know your room?
What you're doing, walk around,
Good, loud and proud.
so that we can do like what you're doing and walk around, spread our voice.
Understand the enunciation, understand the room dynamics. I don't need a microphone. I'm an educator, I teach. Okay? Know your room. Know how much distance you're going to have. All right? So you need to know that. Relax. We're just people, just like you. Visualize. Practice visualization. We want you to succeed. People think, and particularly me, that I'm the Simon Cowell of the judging panel. But I do ask the tough questions. We want you to do well. None of us would be here today. Your teachers, your mentors, your parents would not be investing the time, the effort, the money for you to fail. We don't want that. We want you to succeed, okay? So we're not here to trip you up. If you flub up, and you will, don't apologize, just keep rolling. How many of you watch America's Got Talent? Anybody watch AGT? Okay. Did anybody see the dudes on the bicycles a few weeks ago? And they were doing all the flippy things on the bicycles and the guy fell off? Just got back on, kept on going. Don't apologize, just keep going. Okay? Concentrate on the message, not the medium. Technology happens. If this light bulb goes out up there, I can still keep going. I'm not dependent on it. Worry about what you're doing, not how you're doing it. And gain experience. Those of you who have done this before, you know what you're in for. Rookie teams, I'm going to try and make this as pain-free as possible. It's really quite fun. Because where else do you get to go in front of people who are experts and explain to them you know more than they do? Or at least try to. It's fun. It's a challenge. If you're in forensics and debate, you know what I'm talking about. It rocks. So, I found myself in the last few years, I didn't have this slide in and I put it back in because of last year. Dress the part. That doesn't mean suit and tie, but you shouldn't be in jeans and a hoodie. Okay? And I say that with the exception of unless it's your uniform. If all of you come in and you're in the nice, cool uniform and it happens to be a hoodie, then that's good, you're all in uniform. But if some of you have your team shirt and some of you have kind of an open jacket and a little hat, and no. Look sharp. You don't have to all look the same, but look the part. Remember, you're trying to sell people your robot. Have backup plan for technology. Stuff happens, and it will. Have a backup plan and practice the backup plan. A lot of people will have a backup plan and never practice it. You should practice that what if, oh my heavens, scenario. Because then if it does happen, you're like, yeah, okay, keep on trucking, keep on going.